action! Hello everypony, I'm MasterCode, your ace analyst, and today we'll be taking a look at issue number 96 of the main IDW series, or Season 10, Episode 8. Following the success of Applejack and Zecora's group in the Farasian Coast, we now join Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy's friendship team who are traveling to the Abyssinian city of Pantera. And it's clear from the get-go that the cat's got some hesitation about returning home per the events of the MLP movie prequel comics. I do like this dialogue between Trixie and Capper here, as she is the perfect one of the group to understand and even console him. Both have been involved in towns that have had negative reception of them, and rightfully so, with Trixie sealing an entire town in an impregnable magical dome, or Capper thieving from everyone in his town. The discussion between them doesn't come off as just an exposition dump, but rather feels like two hurt souls connecting and comes off as a natural and heartfelt conversation setting up a decent emotional conflict for the guy. Trixie herself has long since been reformed, but she does still act selfishly once in a while and is willing to take advantage of a situation if it benefits her in any way. Here though, she is showing a bit of maturity in taking up the banner to help Capper reunite with his old friends. So already I'm enjoying the group dynamic and setup. Speaking of Capper's old friends, we do get a bit of retcon from the MLP movie prequel comics, though admittedly it isn't too big of an issue. If you'll recall in that miniseries, Capper and Chumer were running the thieving racket in town since they were young, with no mention of anyone else in their gang. We're now introduced to his expanded clique that consists of the stealth, the fancy, the muscle, the small, and of course Chumer. I do like the designs of all of them. There's a nice mix of color palettes, different physiques, making them stand out more from the rest of the Abyssinians. Moving on, the group eventually reaches the lockdown, anti-magic city of Pantera, and they enter the dystopian town.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Help! I'm being attacked!
Assault! 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 Assault!
What did I say about Trixie's maturity earlier? Anyway, the most fascinating thing about this scene is the fact that the Abyssinians apparently have anti-magic collars that can even nullify the Lord of Chaos. What's this thing made out of? How could they make such a thing? How?
How? With science, of course!
The team is taken before King Meow Meow, and he is none too happy about Capper bringing in outsiders. Anyway, I don't really have too much to say about him, as his opening exposition in these 3 frames are literally all we get out of him in this whole comic.
Assault!
So they're tossed in the slammer with a depressed Discord attempting in vain to use his magic to escape. This actually kind of ties into the point I made about Domesticated Discord in my review of Season 10, Episode 6. In that comic, we learned of Discord's struggles and his pent-up frustrations of not being able to use his chaos magic with no baddies around, and essentially is obeying Fluttershy's recommendation in learning stuff for himself. He does give mundane things a try, that being art, and surprisingly finds joy in it. In this issue, he still has those urges of wanting to use his magic, but falls to the Pegasus Mare's wishes to not frighten the Abyssinians with magic. I really like this new direction the comics are going with Discord, where he's gone from a spoiled child wielding the power cosmic to becoming domesticated and learning how to solve problems without magic. To the point he is willing to obey Fluttershy's every command, and has gone from a free spirit to a regulated spirit. Yet at the same time, his actions are for the benefit of his friends rather than himself becoming less selfless. It ensures his character remains fresh, evolving, and not just a deus ex machina that can fix everything with a snap of his claws.
Suddenly, oh yeah!
The team is broken out of jail by Capper's old gang, and they promptly escape prison.
Freedom! It smells so sweet! Let's go rob a liquor store on the way home.
At the end of this comic, we catch up with Capper, reunited with his old friends, and being stared down by an annoyed Chumer who looks pretty worse for wear. Lastly, let's talk about the artwork, where once again we have the great team of Breckle and Fleeks. As usual, one of Fleek's greatest strength is his landscapes, showing a great amount of detail like in these shots of the cityscapes. He also does some great shadow work with the cross-hatching in darker areas, and Breckle complements his designs with nice pleasing color palettes. The city of Pantera itself itself looks kinda like an average city, but has enough cat-centric structures to make it stand out. In the end, this is a good comic. I like the conflict of the dystopian city, the interactions between everyone in the friendship team, including some deep, meaningful discussions, and some good comedic visual gags as well. And we'll see how things go down with Capper and Schumer in Season 10, Episode 9. Well, that's it for today, guys. Until next time, and see ya!